apologize. I asked to go first because of the Laity meeting to go to. Linda stepped and asked me if I would do a stewardship moment. The first thing that came to mind was the book of Acts when Ananias and Sapphira dropped dead because they gave, held back just a little portion. That kind of scared me. Then I read, this is right after the scripture says that all the believers were of one heart and mind. No one claimed that any of his possession is his own, but shared everything they had. So I feel a little bit safer. God's not going to strike me down right now. But I would encourage you to listen to what I've prayed about. God is here at Union United Methodist Church. Linda said that's what this should be about. Well, I hope he's here because we invited him. I'm sure he would feel invited here. But she said we need to speak on this for about 3 to 5 minutes. And being a good Methodist, I realized 5 minutes is almost a sermon, so then I started getting a little nervous again. What do I tell that God's done here at Union? I prayed about it a lot. I've got a very unique perspective just because I was honored to serve on the board of trustees during one of the most unique periods here at Union United Methodist. We did almost $500,000 of renovation. If you've ever been on the board of trustees, it's mainly fix it once it breaks. And I'd like to take this opportunity one more time to thank Sherry Good because she gave up her time and her talent. All the wonderful color schemes that you see in all the buildings, the education building, the chapel building, she gave that design. She's a professional interior designer, and she let us use her talents for the glory of God. She didn't charge us anything for it. Now the chapel has 300 to 350 people worshiping there every week, where there used to be none. We retired a mortgage on this building that was almost 20 years old. We have now started a family life center that's almost $6 million. We have not all been in favor of this move. There's been some disagreement. And that really shouldn't surprise anybody because with almost 3,000 members, there's going to be disagreement. I mean, I've had disagreement being on trustees with other people in the church. I've even had disagreement with the pastors in this church. Oh, pastor. I'm married, I have 4 kids. I've had disagreements with my spouse, and I've had disagreements with my children. I mean, I've even had disagreements with myself. So, that's going to happen. But why I know God is right here in Union United Methodist Church, because even though we have disagreements, we can show love. Nothing says we can't love the person we have disagreement with. But I know here he's working. I've been on youth retreats, and I've seen our youth at the foot of the cross crying. Literally beating their chest and crying. The youth are growing. It's a wonderful program. That couldn't happen without everyone's support and prayer. You may not be able to give money this time. I know how you feel because in my family we've had one out of work for almost a year. It's devastating at times. But you can always give your talent and your time to support. Now I know I'll probably hear from finance for that, but you can do things that make this church operate a little more efficient. You can give your talent rather than us have to go out and hire somebody to do it, just like Sherry Hood did. You can do simple things like turning out lights and turning down the thermostat or just moderating it. I know at times it feels uncomfortable, but it saves a great deal. We had one month where we had almost a $5,000 electric bill. So we don't think about things like that, but little steps can help us. Even if you disagree with what we're doing here at Union, I would encourage you to prayerfully consider what you can do to give and to help. Don't change churches if you disagree. Change this church if you disagree. But the Bible tells us that we cannot send anything And we can't take anything with us when we pass this life. But Jesus does tell us we can send it ahead. So no matter what the reason is, I encourage you to keep giving, keep supporting, keep getting involved with Union United Methodist Church, because God is here and working. Thank you.